Good evening. Welcome in daily UPSC editorial radio program. Welcome to the Great Indian Indoors Towards Green Growth, The Hindu. Now the full editorial. Welcome to the Great Indian Indoors, The Economic Times. More care, money being invested in our homes. A new breed of upper middle class buyers has emerged that is scaling up demand for premium housing across the country. India's housing market remained subdued in a decade till COVID struck, which brought home the need for better living conditions to white collar workers who had moved moved ahead in the affordability race. The pandemic underscored the need for larger spaces where family members could get on with their daily routines without getting in each other's way. This trend has endured post-pandemic, and houses have become larger in gated communities with an expanding list of add-on features for work and living. This changes the country's mm, prop- property market because the feature sets most in demand are unavailable in city centers and move to the suburb is adding to the boom in computer car buying. The complementary demand for upscale houses and cars soaks up a big chunk of pre, premi, premiumization premiumization of consumption in the country. That is driving a retail credit boom and feeding India's economic recovery amidst uh, a turbulent external environment. The trend in catching on in smaller cities that are witnessing a surge in growth as economic activity radiates outwards from India's infrastructure challenge metropolises. Permanent changes are underway across the country about what middle class Indians expect from interiors of their homes and their neighborhoods. Greater greater value addition to India's housing stock has favorable multiplier effects. The median age of the population is approaching the point when demand for new housing park and the property market seems set for a sustained boom. Rising real income levels in the top consuming classes and an acceleration in urbanization and on improved connectivity are additional drivers. Property developers too are seeking better margins through premium features in areas with lower land prices. Premiumization is actually bringing India's housing market closer to equilibrium by opening up cheap land parcel to urbanization. The same holds for items and services such as tech devices, appliances, and furnishings. In this new boom in India's mm, burgeoning indoors towards green growth, the Hindu, the RBI must assess the impact of climate change on economic stability. A notable feature of the Reserve Bank of India's RBI's latest monetary policy report, included in its April bulletin, is the primacy given to extreme weather events and climate shocks affecting not only food inflation but also likely having a broader impact on the natural rate of interest, thereby in influencing the economy's financial stability. Natural or neutral rate of interest refers to the central bank's monetary policy lever, which allows it to maintain maximum economic output while keeping a check on inflation. The report mentions a new Keynesian model that incorporates a physical cli- climate risk damage function being used to estimate the counterfactual macroeconomics impact of climate change vis-a-vis a no climate change scenario. The report's author go on to warn that the long-term economic output could be lower by around 9% by 2050 in the absence of any climate mitigation policies. They ominously add that if inflation high high hysteresis gets entrenched, it may lead to a de-anchoring of inflation expectations, and the undermining of the central bank's credibility would warrant higher interest rates to curb inflation, leading to greater output loss. Beginning with its July 2022 discussion paper on climate risk and sustainable finance, the RBI has made incremental progress to address the transition to a green economy, even while admitting that India requires over $17 trillion to achieve its net zero ambitions by 2070. It appears it peers in advanced economies, most notably the European Central Bank, have added the formulation of a green taxonomy for the entire Eurozone's economic value chain. A green taxonomy is a framework to access the sustainability credentials and possible ranking of an economic activity. The RBI and the Finance Ministry could take inspiration from the developing world, especially the ASEAN region, where a layered green taxonomy as a living document keeps getting updated with sectoral views of possible sustainable trajectories. While the issuance of 16,000 crore worth of sovereign green bonds and expanding the resource pool by allowing foreign institutional investors to participate in future green government securities are welcome steps. The RBI must undertake a thoroughgoing assessment on the quantitative and qualitative impact on economic and financial stability due to climate change. It must encourage administrative consultation to begin populating a layered green taxonomy that is reflective of India's fragmented developmental trajectories. The effort should be to mitigate the transitional risk to the financial system as as the economy moves towards a sustainable future. Thank you.